Imagine this for a moment. You push open the door of a busy coffee shop in New York, London, or maybe Sydney. The sound of steaming milk fills the air. People are typing on laptops, and the smell of freshly ground coffee surrounds you. The barista looks up, smiles, and asks, "Hi there. What can I get started for you today?" Now here's the big question. Are you ready for that moment? Can you answer quickly, naturally, with confidence just like a native speaker? Or do you feel your mind go blank, your heart beat faster, and the words come out slower than you wish? If you've ever felt nervous about speaking English in a real cafe, stay with me, because by the end of this lesson series, you'll be able to order drinks, snacks, and even make small talk in a way that sounds smooth, natural, and authentic. And once you learn these patterns, you can use them in any English-speaking country, or even at international cafes in your own city. Welcome to TalkTune English. I'm Jason, and I help you tune your English so it sounds clear, confident, and natural. If you're new here, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and give this video a like, because I promise what you learned today will make your very next coffee shop visit a whole lot easier. So, let's start right at the counter, where everything begins. The first thing you'll usually hear from the barista is a friendly greeting. It might be as simple as "Hi, how's it going?" or "Good morning." Sometimes it's "Hey there, what can I get started for you?" Don't let these variations surprise you. They're just different ways of saying hello. The important thing is to respond warmly. A short "Good morning" or "Hi, I'm good, thanks" is enough. You don't need long, complicated answers. Just be friendly and keep it light. Then comes the moment of truth, placing your order. Many English learners make this harder than it really is. They try to remember fancy sentences, or they use direct translations from their language, which can sound a little too strong in English. But here's the secret. Native speakers almost always use one simple phrase. Can I have? That's it. Those 3 words are your best friend. Listen to how natural it sounds. Can I have a small latte, please? Or, can I have an iced coffee with milk? You can use this in New York, at London, Toronto, Sydney, anywhere. It's polite, it's simple, and it's exactly what people expect. Compare that to, "Give me a coffee." That sounds too direct, almost like a command. Or, "I want a coffee," not rude, but not the friendliest way either. So remember, "Can I have plus your drink?" That's the magic formula. Now, in many cafes, you'll need to choose the size. In some shops, it's just small, medium, or large. Easy enough. But if you walk into Starbucks or another international chain, you'll see words like tall, grande, or venti. Don't worry if that confuses you. You can always just say medium or point to the menu, and the barista will understand. The important thing is to practice saying the drink with the size naturally. Can I have a medium cappuccino, please? Or can I have a large iced latte? Short, clear, and polite. Sometimes you'll want to customize your drink, and this is where many learners get nervous. But the truth is, it's very easy. Just add the details after your main order. Can I have a latte with soy milk, please? Can I have an iced coffee? No sugar. Can I have a cappuccino with extra foam? You don't need a new structure. Just the same phrase with a little more detail. Main drink first, then your special request. After you order, the barista will probably repeat it back to you to make sure they understood. You'll hear things like, "So that's a medium latte with soy milk," or "1 large cappuccino to go." This is just their way of checking. Your job is simple. Confirm politely. Say, "Yes, that's right," or "Exactly," or even just, "Yes, thank you." This step might seem small, but it prevents mistakes and shows you're listening. And here's a cultural tip you absolutely don't want to miss. In English-speaking countries, please and thank you are powerful. They're not just polite words. They make the whole interaction feel smoother. Imagine the difference between "Can I have a cappuccino?" and "Can I have a cappuccino, please?" The second one feels instantly friendlier. And when you receive your drink, don't forget to say, "Thank you so much," or simply, "Thanks a lot." These little touches make you sound more natural, more polite, and more confident. Let's try a quick role play together. Imagine I'm the barista. I'll say the first line, and you answer out loud. Ready? Me. Hi there. What can I get started for you today? You. Can I have a medium cappuccino, please? Me. Great. That's a medium cappuccino. You. Yes. That's right. Thank you. Perfect. That is exactly how a native conversation flows. Short, natural, and clear. Before we move on to the next part of this series, ordering food at the coffee shop, I want you to practice right now in the comments. Write your favorite drink using the phrase, "Can I have?" For example, "Can I have a caramel latte with oat milk?" Or, "Can I have a hot chocolate? No cream." Practice in writing, and you'll feel more ready to say it out loud when you need it. And of course, if you're enjoying this lesson, go ahead and give it a like. Subscribe to TalkTune English, and hit the bell so you don't miss the next part. Trust me, once you master drinks, you'll want to know how to order food, ask about ingredients, and even make a little small talk while you wait. We'll cover all of that and more. Stay with me, because the coffee shop journey has just begun. So you've ordered your drink, and you're feeling confident. You used "Can I have?" smoothly. You remember to say "please," and you even confirmed the size without any hesitation. But then, as you glance at the display case, you notice the food: freshly baked croissants, warm muffins, maybe a sandwich or two. Suddenly, the barista asks, "Would you like anything to eat with that?" This is another moment where many English learners freeze. Do you say yes? How do you point to the right item? What if you don't know the exact name? Don't worry. Just like ordering drinks, ordering food in the coffee shop follows clear and simple patterns. Once you know them, you can order confidently anywhere in the world. The good news is, the same magic phrase works again here. Can I have? It's your golden ticket, and it works for food just like it does for drinks. For example, "Can I have a blueberry muffin, please?" Or, "Can I have a chicken sandwich to go?" Simple, natural, polite. Sometimes, though, you're not sure what something is called. Maybe you see a pastry in the display, but you don't know its English name. That's totally normal. And even native speakers sometimes don't know the fancy names. In that case, pointing and asking is perfectly fine. You can say, "Can I have one of those, please?" and point clearly. Or, if you want to be a little more specific, "Can I have one of those chocolate pastries, please?" Trust me, this is something even locals do all the time. Nobody expects you to know every single bakery name. Now, let's talk about the most common food items you'll see in cafés. First, pastries croissants, muffins, scones, and danishes. Then sandwiches, ham and cheese, turkey, chicken, or vegetarian options. And of course, cookies, brownies, or small cakes. These words are standard in most English-speaking countries, so once you learn them, you'll recognize them almost everywhere. The ordering process usually goes like this. After you've asked for your drink, you add your food order, and "Can I also have a chocolate chip cookie?" or "and a ham and cheese croissant, please?" Notice how I connect the two with "and." It makes the whole order sound smooth and connected. Sometimes the barista will offer suggestions. and it's useful to understand these. You might hear, "Would you like to try one of our muffins today?" Or, "Do you want that warmed up?" The second question is very common. Many cafes will heat sandwiches, croissant, or muffins for you. If you'd like that, you can say, "Yes, please, can you warm it up?" If you don't, just say, "No, thank you." Either answer is completely fine, but it helps to be ready so you're not caught by surprise. Another useful phrase is to go or for here. When you order food, the barista might ask, "Is that for here or to go?" This means, do you want to eat it in the cafe or take it away? If you want to sit down and enjoy it there, just say, "For here." If you want to carry it with you, say, "To go." In the UK, you might also hear takeaway instead of to go. Both are common, and both mean the same thing. Let's do a quick role play together so you can practice. Imagine I'm the barista. I'll start. Me, "Hi there. What can I get started for you?" You, "Can I have a medium cappuccino?" Please. Me, "Of course. Would you like anything to eat with that?" You, "Yes." "Can I have a blueberry muffin?" Please. Me, "Sure thing." "Would you like that warmed up?" You, "Yes, please." Me, "Great. Is that for here or to go?" You, "For here. Thank you." See how natural that sounds? That little exchange covers almost every situation you'll face when ordering food at a cafe. Now, here's another cultural tip that might surprise you. In many English-speaking countries, cafes love to upsell. That means they'll suggest something extra for you to buy. You might hear, "Would you like a pastry with your coffee?" Or, "We have a special on cookies today." Don't feel pressured to say yes. If you don't want it, just smile and say, "No, thank you." Simple, polite, done. If you do want it, great, you already know how to order it. And here's something even more interesting. Ordering food at a cafe is also a chance to practice small talk. Sometimes the barista might comment on your choice, like, "Oh, that's my favorite muffin," or, "Those cookies are really popular today." In moments like these, you don't need a long conversation, but a quick, friendly response makes the interaction warmer. You could say, "Really? I've never tried it before," or, "Yes, I heard it's good." Just one sentence shows you're engaged and makes you sound more natural. Let's pause here and practice together. I want you to say this out loud. "Can I have a ham and cheese croissant to go?" Please. Try it once more. "Can I have a chocolate chip cookie for here?" Please. Feel the rhythm of the phrase. The more you practice it, the easier it will flow in real life. Now it's your turn to interact with me in the comments. Tell me, if you were at your favorite cafe right now, what food would you order? Use the phrase, "Can I have?" For example, "Can I have a croissant warmed up?" Please. Or, "Can I have a sandwich to go?" Write your answer below, and I'll check as many as I can. And while you're at it, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to TalkTune English if you haven't already. These small actions help us reach learners all around the world, and they let me keep making more lessons like this one for you. In the next part of this series, we're going to move beyond ordering and talk about one of the most important skills in any cafe, making small talk. How do you chat with the barista without sounding awkward? How do you start a simple, friendly conversation with someone sitting at the next table? We'll dive into those tips and give you real examples you can use immediately. So stay tuned, because the coffee shop adventure is only getting better. You've ordered your drink. You've maybe added a muffin or a sandwich. Everything feels smooth. But then comes a situation many English learners find tricky. What happens when the conversation doesn't stop at the order? Maybe the barista makes a little comment. Maybe the person behind you in line smiles and says something. Or maybe you're sitting at a table and the person next to you asks if they can borrow a chair. These are the moments when small talk begins. And believe me, small talk is one of the most important skills if you want to sound natural in English. So what exactly is small talk? It's short, friendly conversation about simple topics, nothing too deep, nothing too serious. In a cafe, small talk can be about the weather, about the food, about your day, or even about the atmosphere. It's like the social glue that makes interactions feel warm and human. Let's start with the most common place for small talk, the counter. After you order, the barista might say something like, "Oh, that's my favorite drink," or "Busy morning today." Huh. This is your chance to respond. The trick is not to overthink it. A short, friendly reply is all you need. For example, "Barista, that's my favorite muffin." You, "Really? I've never tried it before." Barista, "Oh, you'll like it. It's popular." You, "I'm looking forward to it." That's it. 4 quick lines. You don't need to keep the conversation going forever. The goal is just to respond naturally, so it doesn't feel awkward. Another classic small talk topic in cafes is the weather. In many English-speaking countries, especially in places like the UK, people love to mention the weather. You might hear, "It's really cold out today, isn't it?" Or, "Finally some sunshine." A natural response is to agree and add a small comment. "Yeah, it's freezing. I need this coffee to warm up." Or, "I know, it feels great after all the rain." Short, simple, friendly. Sometimes small talk happens when you're waiting for your drink. Maybe someone next to you says, "The line is long today." You can smile and answer, "Yeah, I guess everyone needs their morning coffee." That's all it takes. Small talk isn't about being clever or deep. It's about sharing a moment. Now let's think about when you're sitting in the cafe. Maybe you're working on your laptop, and the person next to you asks, "Excuse me, is this seat taken?" This is one of the most common interactions, and your answer can be short and clear. "No, go ahead," or "Yes, sorry, I'm saving it." If they thank you, you can add, "No problem." It's polite, simple, and keeps the atmosphere friendly. Sometimes, strangers might comment on something you have. Maybe you're eating a sandwich, and they say, "That looks good. Is it from here?" Again, you don't need a long answer. "Yeah, it's the chicken sandwich. It's pretty good." That little exchange is enough to make you sound approachable and confident. Let me share a little cultural insight here. In many English-speaking countries, small talk isn't about information, it's about connection. People don't really care if you like the weather or not. What they care about is that you're willing to share a little moment of friendliness. So don't stress about finding the perfect answer. Just respond naturally, and you'll fit right in. Let's practice a couple of quick dialogues together. Imagine this first one. "Barista, busy day so far." You, "Yeah, lots of work today." How about you? "Barista, pretty busy here too." You, "Well, good luck with the rush." Second one. Customer, "This cafe is always crowded, isn't it?" You, "Yeah, but I like the atmosphere. It feels lively." Notice how short those conversations are. That's the style of small talk. You're not giving a speech. You're just sharing a friendly moment. Another powerful small talk tool is asking back. When someone asks you a question, try to bounce it back to them. For example, "Barista, how's your morning going?" You, "Good, thanks. How about yours?" This simple habit shows interest and keeps the conversation balanced. Now, here's something important. Don't feel pressured to make small talk every time. If you're tired or you don't feel like talking, it's totally fine to keep it polite and short. You can always just smile, say thanks, and that's enough. The key is to be aware of the opportunities, so when you do want to connect, you're ready. Let's do one more role play together. And this time, say your answers out loud. Me. Cold morning today. Huh. You. Yeah. Really chilly. I needed this coffee. Me. Same here. At least the sun's out now. You. True. It makes it a little better. Perfect. That's exactly the kind of short, natural conversation that happens in real life. Now I want you to practice in the comments. Write one short, small talk dialogue you might have at a cafe. It could be with a barista or with another customer. For example, A. The muffins smell amazing today. B. Yeah, I might get one later. Try writing your own version below. I'll check them out and maybe even feature a few in the next video. And as always, if you're finding this lesson helpful, hit that like button and subscribe to TalkTune English. It really helps the channel grow and lets me keep bringing you practical, real-world English you can actually use. In the next part, we'll explore something every learner needs to know: how to handle mistakes and misunderstandings at the coffee shop. What if the barista mishears you? What if you order the wrong size or flavor? Don't worry, we'll cover exactly what to say, so you stay confident and calm no matter what happens. So far, we've learned how to order drinks, add food, and even make small talk. You're probably feeling more confident already. But let's be honest, real life is never perfect. Sometimes mistakes happen. The barista might mishear you, give you the wrong size, or forget an extra detail. Or maybe you realize you ordered the wrong thing after you've already spoken. Now here's the important part. These moments don't have to be stressful. In fact, native speakers face them all the time, and they simply use a few polite phrases to fix the situation. Once you know these phrases, you'll be able to handle mistakes with calm, confidence, and maybe even a smile. Let's start with the simplest situation. The barista mishears you. Imagine you order a medium latte, but they repeat back, large latte. This happens more often than you think. The key here is to correct politely, without over-explaining. A short phrase like, "Oh, actually medium. Please" works perfectly. Notice the word actually. It's soft, polite, and very natural in English. Another example. You say, "Can I have an iced coffee with milk?" But the barista replies, "Iced coffee with no milk." Instead of getting nervous, just smile and correct it. "Oh, with milk, please." Keep it short and simple. Now let's say the mistake happens after you get your drink. You asked for a cappuccino, but you received a latte. What do? First, check politely. "Excuse me, I think this might be a latte. I ordered a cappuccino." This phrasing is important. You're not blaming anyone. You're just pointing out the mistake. The phrase "I think this might be" softens your words and makes you sound polite. In almost every case, the barista will apologize and fix it right away. What if you get the wrong size? Let's say you ordered a small, but they gave you a large. You can say, "Sorry, I ordered a small one." Or, "Oh, I think this was supposed to be small." Again, notice the polite and soft style. English speakers usually avoid strong, direct complaints in small situations like this. A gentle correction works best. Sometimes the mistake isn't theirs, it's yours. Maybe you ordered a cappuccino, but after speaking, you realize you actually wanted a latte. That's okay. It happens to native speakers too. In that case, don't panic. Just say, "Sorry, can I change that to a latte instead?" If they haven't made the drink yet, it's usually no problem. If they have already started, they might ask if you want to pay a little extra, but most of the time they'll just switch it. The key is to apologize briefly with "sorry," and then clearly state your new choice. Now let's practice a few real-life mini dialogues. Imagine this first one. Can I have a medium cappuccino, please? Barista, large cappuccino. Oh, actually medium. Please, barista. Got it. Medium cappuccino. Second example. You. Can I have an iced coffee with milk? Barista. Iced coffee. No milk. You. Oh. With milk. Please, barista. Sure thing. Iced coffee with milk. And one more. You receive your drink, but it's wrong. You. Excuse me. I think this might be a latte. I ordered a cappuccino. Barista. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'll fix that right away. You. Thank you so much. See how each situation stays calm, polite, and easy. That's the secret. Mistakes don't have to make you nervous. They're just part of the natural flow of communication. Now let's talk about cultural expectations. In many English-speaking countries, cafés expect a little back and forth with customers. If something's wrong, they would rather you tell them politely than walk away unhappy. In fact, most baristas are trained to fix mistakes quickly, so never feel embarrassed to speak up, as long as you use polite words like sorry, actually, and I think, you'll sound respectful and natural. Another useful phrase is no worries. Imagine the barista apologizes for a mistake. They might say, I'm so sorry about that. A natural way to reply is, no worries, or that's okay. It shows kindness and keeps the interaction positive. Now let's practice again together. Repeat after me. Oh, actually medium. Please. Sorry. Can I change that to a latte instead? Excuse me. I think this might be the wrong drink. I ordered a cappuccino. No worries. Great. If you can say those phrases smoothly, you're ready for any mix-up. Let me give you one more pro tip. Sometimes you might not understand what the barista says. Maybe they ask a question quickly, or the background noise makes it hard to hear. In that case, don't freeze, ask them to repeat. The most natural way is, sorry, could you say that again? Or sorry, what was that? Native speakers do this all the time, so it doesn't make you look bad. It makes you look confident enough to ask. Now it's your turn to practice in the comments. Write one short dialogue where there's a mistake and you correct it politely. For example, can I have a small latte? Please, barista. Medium latte. Oh, actually small. Please. Try writing your own version below. I'll check as many as I can. And of course, if this lesson is helping you feel more confident, go ahead and give it a like and subscribe to TalkTune English. Every click supports this channel and helps learners just like you around the world. In the next part, we'll move from problems to something a lot more fun. Learning the special coffee shop vocabulary and slang that native speakers use. Ever wonder what half-caf, extra shot, or skinny latte means? Get ready, because Part 5 will unlock the insider language of cafes and help you sound even more like a local. By now, you've learned how to order drinks confidently, how to add food naturally, how to make small talk without feeling awkward, and even how to handle mistakes calmly. You're already way ahead of most English learners. But before we wrap up, there's one more piece of the puzzle you need: the special coffee shop vocabulary and slang that native speakers use every day. This is the language that makes you sound like you belong. The little words and phrases that go beyond latte and cappuccino. And once you know them, you'll understand your barista more easily, and you'll sound much more natural when you order. Let's start with sizes. You already know small, medium, and large. But in many international coffee chains, like Starbucks, you'll hear special names. Tall means small, grande means medium, and venti means large. Don't let this confuse you. If you forget the names, just say small, medium, or large. But it's good to recognize them, so you're not surprised. Next, let's look at some drink details. One common word you'll hear is shot. A shot means one serving of espresso. So if you order a latte and want it stronger, you can say, "Can I have an extra shot?" If you want less, you can say, "Single shot, please." Native speakers say this all the time. Another word is decaf. That means no caffeine. If you want your coffee without caffeine, just add, "Can I have a decaf latte, please?" You might also hear half-caf, which means half the caffeine. That's a mix of regular and decaf. Then there's skinny in coffee shop slang. A skinny latte means a latte made with low-fat milk. You could also say with skim milk. But skinny is the fast, casual way people order it. What about sweetness? If you don't want sugar, you can say, "No sugar." If you want it a little sweet, some cafés use the phrase lightly sweetened. And if you want extra sweetness, you might say, "Extra syrup" or "make it sweet." Now let's talk about temperature. Sometimes you'll hear someone ask for a hot chocolate. Extra hot. That means they want it heated more than usual, so it stays warm longer. On the other hand, you can also ask for iced versions of most drinks: iced latte, iced cappuccino, iced tea. It's as simple as adding the word iced at the beginning. Another fun phrase is "to go" versus "for here." We talked about this before, but let's add the UK version. Take away. If you're in London, people will say, "Can I have a cappuccino to take away?" In the US or Canada, to go is more common. In Australia, you might even hear takeaway as two separate words. They all mean the same thing. Let's practice a couple of natural-sounding orders with this vocabulary. Can I have a skinny latte with an extra shot, please? Can I have a decaf cappuccino to go? Can I have an iced caramel macchiato, lightly sweetened? Notice how smooth they sound. That's the kind of English you'll hear around you in real cafes. Now, let's talk about barista slang. Sometimes baristas will call out drinks quickly, and it can sound like code. You might hear, "Tall latte, extra shot, no foam," or "Grande caramel frappuccino, light ice." This is just their shorthand. Let's break it down. No foam means you don't want the frothy milk on top. Light ice means less ice than usual. If you like your drink colder but not watered down, that's a good phrase to know. Here's a little cultural tip. In English-speaking countries, people often shorten their order because they know the vocabulary. For example, instead of saying, "Can I have a medium latte with soy milk, please?" they might just say, "Grande soy latte." It's fast, casual, and common. Don't worry if you can't do that yet. Using full sentences is perfectly fine, but once you're more comfortable, you can try it. So now you know the secret code. You can walk into any coffee shop and understand the difference between a skinny latte, a half-caf, an extra shot, or a light ice drink. And best of all, you can order them confidently yourself. Let's put everything together in one final role play. Imagine this conversation. Barista. Hi there. What can I get started for you? You. Can I have a grande skinny latte with an extra shot, please? Barista. Sure. Would you like that for here or to go? You. To go. Thanks. Barista. No problem. Anything to eat with that? You. Yes. Can I have a warmed-up blueberry muffin, please? Barista. Of course. That'll be right up. You. Thank you so much. That little script includes everything we've learned: polite ordering, adding food, small talk, special vocabulary, and cultural style. If you can say that smoothly, you're ready for real-world success. Now, before we close, I want to leave you with one final piece of advice. The coffee shop is more than just a place to get a drink. It's one of the best classrooms for practicing real English. Every time you order, Every time you smile and say please or thank you, you're building confidence. Every small talk comment about the weather, every polite correction when something goes wrong, it's all practice. And practice in the real world is what turns learners into confident speakers. So here's my challenge for you. This week, go to a coffee shop and try one new phrase from this series. Maybe it's, "Can I have a skinny latte?" Maybe it's, "Oh, actually medium, please." Or maybe it's just a quick small talk reply like, "Yeah, it's really busy today." Use it and see how it feels. I promise, the more you try, the easier it gets. Now it's your turn in the comments. Write your dream coffee shop order in English using what we've learned. For example, "Can I have a grande caramel latte with oat milk, lightly sweetened, to go, please?" Write yours below, and let's see how creative and natural you can make it. If you've enjoyed this full series, give it a like, subscribe to TalkTune English, and hit the bell so you don't miss future lessons. I create these videos to help learners like you speak real, everyday English, not just textbook English. And I'd love to hear your feedback too. What's the next real-life situation you want me to cover? Leave me a comment and let me know. Thank you for spending this time with me, Jason. Here on TalkTune English, you've learned greetings, ordering food, small talk, corrections, and coffee shop slang. That's the complete package. Walk into your next cafe with confidence and speak like a native. Until next time, keep practicing, keep smiling, and keep tuning your English with TalkTune.